everybody? My name's Dio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. We're coming to you live from round 2 of the Korriban Galactic Qualifier. This round we have Akhter versus Drew Brody, the Separatist Alliance versus the Galactic Empire. This round I'm joined by my amazing friends. Will Hagewood.
Korriban.
And James, I don't have much of a voice, but I'll talk when I feel like it, Ritter.
Yeah, I choose when I talk. How about that?
That's right.
I'll talk when I can.
That's right. So for everybody at home, it is time for you to choose your champion. We're going to break down these bets right now, Will. Let's go and check out these lists. Before we do that, I want to give a quick shout out to our patrons, the reason why these events are able to happen. Let's make it happen, Will.
All right. Well, I want to talk about Scramble the Transmissions first. Our scenario for this round. You see 3 objectives there, one in the center, and then one in the top left, and one in the bottom center. Underneath that, choose your champion. With these objectives, starting in round 2, you are able to claim them with your perform action step. In the in phase, you will get a scenario point for each claimed objective. Again, remember, not this round, starting round 2 for that. We did see a little bump there.
Mm-hmm.
Deployed in formation and then messed it all up, Akhter. Didn't take any damage from it, so no big deal. But yes, let's start with Drew Brody's list here. Test out the cards, James, if you can, because we're going to start on Volt Scarus. Volt is an Initiative 5 defender who's got the ability to. It's kind of strange to explain, but essentially has an action that you can take that gives you an action before you engage. Very similar if you're familiar with passive sensors. Where it can give you a lock or calculate when you engage. Vault Scarif's ability comes at the penalty of a strain, but you do get any action of your choice.
It's kind of like an initiative, I don't know, initiative 13 action is almost what it is with a penalty.
Well, it's before he engages, actually. So
that's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird because it's normally you think about it in an activation phase, right? So actions, and then it passes everybody else even still, and then gets to you.
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting with Road because if you're against other I5s, then you could shoot, you could barrel into a shot if you had to move first. Mm-hmm. Or you could barrel out of a shot if you had to move second, second, and then an I6 goes after you. So it's usually really only helpful if you have to move before somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, there's a situation where you can pop your ability. You could block another I6 or I5, and then barrel off of them to get a ranged one shot. Plus the combination of the, as a note, Volt's got juke, marksmanship, fire control system, and cluster missiles. So really looking for those full throttle evades and target locks to get those cluster missiles off. But the real combination is if you can get that Volt Scarif action coordinated to you before you do a blue maneuver, which is straights or one banks for the defenders. And does bring a coordinator in. Vizier, the Reaper, can coordinate after completing their controlled ailerons boost before their dial. This Vizier also has Emperor Palpatine on board, so you get another way to have these defenders modify their dice, as Palpatine allows every ship to use that force point, including Darth Vader's defense. He's normally not allowed to spend force on defense, but with Palpatine around, it breaks that rule because Palpatine is not Darth Vader spending force on defense. it's Vizier doing it.
Lord Vader, you're allowed to spin the Force here. You're welcome.
Exactly. Some real iconic names, man. If anything, on the new list, I really like to see those iconic characters, Emperor Palpatine, Darth Vader, and a majority of Empire lists. So thematic. This Vader, though, rocks a traditional Malice and Juke combination. Not only can Vader spend the Force to change a blank result to a hit with his pilot ability, he can spend Malice to change an eyeball to a crit. If he does that and applies a pilot crit, he can actually recover Force as well. Juke, again, leading in to that full throttle evades, where you can convert an evade result down to a focus result, and then cluster missiles on Darth Vader. Again, another way to utilize Malice, another way to utilize Juke and Palp, just shoving as much offense as he can into these two defenders, which you're going to need to. There's some chunky lists out there, like Octacons here with this borderline full swarm of droids. So let's take a look. Actually, let's start at the top here with General Grievous, another traditional loadout here with outmaneuver, impervium plating, and Soulless One. Grievous likes to shoot at people while he is outside of their attack arc, because he can get 2 rerolls, which combined with the focus action normally puts out some good attack. Has outmaneuver as well to double down on that kind of positional attacks. Soulless One gives him 2 extra hull and a defensive reroll. And then as well, the Impervium makes him resilient against crits, which will be interesting to see how Impervium gets combined with Darth Vader's Malice. Do you put the crits through on Grievous, allowing him to just throw those cards away, or do you still do those crits and hope that it's a pilot crit instead of the traditional ships you would need for Impervium? Still, a very tanky ship. We've always rated it as one of the best 5-point ships in the game, if not the best 5-point ship game, or 5-point ship for the Separatist.
So much value.
Looks like the rest of these are all the same, so we could just cover one of these Separatist drones. These are the Initiative 3 here. For shame, Akhter didn't take the named 81. Kept with the non-limited theme here. But the Separatist drone forgoes on the networked calculations to get independent calculations. We're going to get 2 calculates for a stress. That also has the Buzz Droid Discord missiles, a remote you can launch at the start of combat.
Real quick here, we did just see Vizier do the thing, coordinated Volt Scaris' ability.
Nice, nice. Yeah, we normally see maybe Rexler Brath in there and the other I-5 defender. But if you're already bringing a coordinator like Vizier, you can really get some value out of that Volt Scaris ability. Let's see them. So there's 3 of those Separatist drones, all with the Discord missiles, all with the struts, all with independent calculations. So the other 3 hyenas then are the bombardment drones. And they're all built out the same way as well. We have the proxy mines, because the bombardment drones are allowed to launch a device instead of drop it. So you can put that proxy mine right in front of you to drop it directly onto a ship. Or if you're grappling strutted onto an obstacle, you can lay it in front of you for an enemy ship. Of course, you can still drop it out the back. And we all know proxy mines, those death pizzas, so good. Automatic damage, and then they got to roll 2 dice to suffer the results. And then it is a triple limited ship, so Akhter has brought 3 of them to fill out this swarm. Still a 7-ship list after all of that, though. And a lot of launching. Like, I can see why the defenders aren't just out there jousting all these drones. Between the Discord missiles and the proxy mines, man, you cannot be in front of these guys.
Now, one thing that we've talked about a lot is, these droids not normally, I guess, can have the option to have those network calculations, and that's a reason why they would stay close together. So I just want to take a second and talk about why have these drones in a cluster. Like can you explain to me the threat that exists with them, even though they don't necessarily have a reason to be clustered, like an ability?
Sure. I mean, it's mostly the jousting potential. None of them have the like munitions, nothing that would give them extra dice at long range. So because they have to go against these very defensive defenders, right? You have the free evade, you got Palp backing them up. They can take a focus action if they need to, or if they're not taking a lock action, essentially, right? So that could be very difficult for the simple 2-dice guns to chip away at, unless you do multiple attacks. If you can get all 6 of these attacks onto one ship. I think that's. I was wondering if Darth Vader would go towards the vultures or not, but he's going to make an appearance against General Grievous here.
Yeah, looks like Grievous is the target. Volt went just a bit too fast to get arc. I think Akhter did see the writing on the wall there with the flank coming in, and Volt flying just past it. But of course, use that opportunity to go ahead and scoop up that objective token +1 at the end phase. And now Vader's got to decide if he wants to stay in that arc, maybe even roll away from the bombardment drones.
True. Could roll. I mean, if you could arc dodge Grievous right now, if you would like to, but you might put yourself in arc of the hyenas if you do that. Or put yourself in range of them. So would you rather eat 1 4-dice attack and maybe some long range attacks, or no 4-dice attack? Yep, he's going for the barrel roll here. Does not want to eat that 4-dice attack. Plus, it does set him up for a good 4K next round. Obviously, we're on 4K watch with 2 defenders out on the board.
4K.
Yeah, I mean, it's their best maneuver, right? So, very, I wouldn't say predictable, but we assume that they'll do it at any opportunity. All right, well, that will give a lot of attacks from the vultures then. Might see all 6, at least 5 attacks going into Darth Vader this round, with only Palp and the evade to defend with.
Yeah, I don't know if it was worth it, to be completely honest. We'll see. He's got some obstruction from that rock. He could come out clean. There's a chance.
Sure. I mean, they're only single modded 2-dice attacks, right? So
right.
This is quite a modded attack, though. Ooh, but rolls 2 blanks here and 2 eyeballs.
That is that.
Ooh.
I don't even think it's worth it, to be completely honest. He's gonna have the defensive rerolls and a focus.
Yeah, you'd have to drop all 3 of your force to put out hit crit. He's just going to spend 1. 1 for the malice. You'll get that force point back at the end of the round, but it's unlikely to do damage here. And we're going to waiting for the roll in the box. And yeah, Grievous is just going to Soulless 1 it. There you go. No problem. That Soulless 1 reroll asks if you do not have the attacker inside your firing arc. So because Vader avoided it, Grievous we'll get that Solus 1 reroll. Just out for attacking Vizier there, awfully close. And just out for yellow. All right, unobstructed here actually, so no obstructed shots. But we'll have 5 2-dice attacks into Vader here.
All right, here we go. First one coming in. Focus, crit, spend the calculate for 2. Range 3 doesn't hold up.
Ooh.
It's going to be taking 1, getting it started.
All right, shake those blanks out. Shake those blanks out. All right, don't need them anymore. Had to spend the evade. Still has pulp for the remaining attacks.
Single hit.
And for agility. Okay,
And
not looking great for Vader, but he does dodge that attack.
Hit focus. Got 2 hits.
Okay, it's coming around now. Got some evades.
Hit crit. Bombardment drone. This is going to be a range 2 attack. That's going to hit. Man, the barrel roll is feeling worse and worse.
Ooh, yeah, 2 shields down.
All right.
Yeah, you need easy evades here. I think we got one last one. No. Nope, we're moving on to points. Each player did claim a objective there. I think Volt could have got a free target lock from his ability. He's got that charge out there. Should have been able to get a free action for it. Scoop up a little target lock, maybe barrel out if we wanted to.
Yeah, it's a bit of a missed trigger. Is it a may or a must ability? What is it? How's that read?
Yeah, I did read it, and it does say you may spend 1 charge to perform an action.
Yep. I mean,
But that arrow does go down. He'll lose that ability to do so.
Yeah, there's no way to stack them up, right? You can't just be like, oh, I'm just a piece of candy. Just keep.
Nope. So yeah, bit of a misplay there, but I don't think it'll matter too much here. He wasn't in range to lock the droids, and unless he's chasing General Grievous, won't be much of an issue.
All right, loses that charge. So let's take a step back here, looking at our choose your champion choices for those people who who voted. We actually had a 50-50 right now.
Really?
50-50.
Okay.
Half of our audience thought that Akhter had the advantage. Half the audience thought Drew had the advantage.
I mean, I can see why. Like these are 2 very different lists at the opposite ends of the spectrum, right? You have a 7-ship Vulture Swarm versus a double ace and Palp, right? That's about as far away from each other as you can get. The advantages Khan has, he does have some tricks here. Obviously, Grievous is a nice point sink and could be potentially a heavy hitter because of that outmaneuver on getting those defenders down to just 2 agility, though might have troubles getting them an arc, as we saw in this opening round. But the tools he does have is those Discord missiles, is the proxy mines, the automatic damage that can blast through the focus evade 3 agility. Though, on the other hand, Drew Brody has the cluster missiles and the tankiness of those defenders to shake off damage. A good round of 4 cluster missile attacks could take out 2-3 vultures, right?
Yeah,
if things go poorly.
We have definitely seen before on stream, like real games, where Vader's 4 cluster missiles take out 4 vultures.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a real thing that could happen. And this one comes with an extra 4 backup cluster missiles and Volt. So could see some nasty bad luck for the Separatists, but it's going to be hard to line those up on the back foot here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once the drones start dropping, you lose that focus fire, right? The combined arms effect to get through those tokens. So, realistically, Vader could take like Grievous and like 2 hyenas on by himself.
Mm-hmm. I believe.
Mm-hmm. So So I totally understand why people are 50-50 on this one. Though I think not that Drew doesn't know how to fly defenders. I do know Akhter, though, has a lot of experience with these vultures. He used to fly a Seer vulture swarm on previous editions. So a bit of a return to that. And we've seen these bombardment drones do work. Kempers used to fly them a lot with Grievous.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think more than ever, we've seen proxy mines be successful.
All right, Vizier. So Vizier didn't have range for his coordinate after executing a maneuver. Goes ahead and does that 1 turn. That's going to be stressful because he wants to fit in between those rocks.
Oh, yeah, I think he actually might have found that lane. Yeah, perfectly found that lane. Can go forward at any speed without hitting that tiny little mustache rock. All right, the vultures are taking the center. There is the 3 big rocks there as well. They can start hopping onto if need be. We'll see which one will take the center objective. They'll have to forgo those extra calculate tokens to do so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no way to share when you do that.
Exactly.
All right, so it looks like we're spreading out. I think that bombardment drone's trying to reach out and be in a spot where Volt Scarus is going to be next turn. Receive a death pizza delivery.
Yeah, I wonder what Brown is doing then. I feel like that just blocks Brown in this situation. Maybe he's got like a 4/4 non-style or something. Nope, he's also got the 2 bank. Okay.
Yep, that's
really going for those proxy mine launches.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, does this one barrel roll? Might find yourself in 2 different juke arcs. You know what I mean? The juke is so scary for these vultures, in my opinion. Well, those are hyenas, but still, juke very powerful.
All right.
I'm sure Akhter was wishing he didn't have the independent calculations, be a little bit more flexible in his formations for this matchup.
Yeah, I wanna. It would make it a little more flexible, as well as free you up to or feel comfortable to claim the objectives, right? Especially that center one. You might have felt more comfortable having red. Go ahead and click the button there.
Mm-hmm.
And then have some
I have
backup.
to assume that yellow is going to come do a 5 forward and claim the center. I would imagine so, but maybe not. Green looks like he's priming. Did do the barrel roll calculate, getting that Discord missile ready. If Volt wants to 3 bank on in here, should catch him pretty easily.
And not just gonna go ahead and scoop up the 2 bank here.
Really? Okay. Yeah, center's wide open then. Unless this one also wants to perhaps barrel roll. We saw that pink bombardment drone did not double calculate. A surprise to me is that the hyenas won forward, not blue. So if he wants to land on that rock next round.
Oh, Grievous takes the center. That's what the plan was.
Really? Okay. Okay. I mean, you only got Vizier shooting at you for now. You got a nice 3 sloop open to you. 3 right sloop the following round. So. Ooh, and Vault lands right in front of everybody. Does
Hello
not
there.
look like he will be proxy mined, but we'll get a Discord missile on him from green. Yeah, we see Drew Brody dinging these ships, asking about what's on these ships. I would like to know.
What you got there, buddy?
I heard you got presents for me. I want to know what they are. I don't want to wait until you unwrap them for me. So we'll get the full throttle evade. And has to debate now. If you barrel roll, you can arc dodge pink.
But so I guess you're questioning whether or not you're already taking a proxy mine, and whether or not a barrel roll to the ship's right, screen left, might put you in 2 proxy mines.
Yeah, I don't think you can barrel roll at all. I think you just have to. I think he might be tempted to target lock here. Start launching those juke clusters. I mean, I would go for it. Why not? You got Palp backing you up. You should be okay. I would go for it. I'd lock that vulture who's about to shoot the Discord missile at me.
Do it.
He's going for the bombardment drone, but you could always do the second follow-up attack on him.
This is true. You got the cluster missiles. Vader,
right.
flippy dip. I think you got to get
surprise.
aggressive here. You want to take out a ship and boost. I want to see a boost here. I think he's got to get aggressive, especially not doing any damage last turn.
Yeah, Grievous evaded his shot. I guess he only put out 1 crit, so he's going for the lock. Nobody at range 2 though, but we'll want to have that for next round's cluster missiles. Okay. So Drew is prioritizing taking down one of the proxy mine hyenas first before focusing on the vultures. We do have a launch here. Should fit in the front. They do have to lay flat. Oh yeah, easy. So Dion, what do those do again?
The proximity,
those buzz droids.
Those buzz droids. No. During the end phase, you're gonna take a critical damage. In different scenarios, that can be absolutely devastating on things like salvage mission, but also just taking crits is bad. You have the option to shoot them at range 0 if you're the person who they are attached to, and as you continue to overlap them, they keep attaching to you. It's pretty hard to get rid of them. We'll see what ends up happening here.
Yeah, we'd have to I guess do a barrel roll. About the only way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Vader spends a force to get hit crit using his ability. And we're going to get 2 critical damage going through. Who was the target?
That's blue.
Blue.
That's who we locked. So we're going to see the juke there, and then the calculate expenditure.
Mm-hmm.
To take 2 crits?
Yeah, there are no shields on those things. What do we got?
Ooh, boy.
Blinded pilot.
No big deal. Oh, disable power regulator though. That's going to be a big deal because these these droids don't have a focus action. So not only will you lose your dial, you'd 1 bank, I guess. But you're going to lose your perform action step next round, too.
Mm-hmm. Now, Volt would have to lay in 4 damage here to get sorry, 3 damage. 3 damage
Yep, 3
here.
damage.
That's not going to happen.
I mean, it has the lock and palp. I think you got to reroll all of them in this situation, though. Yep. So only 3. We'd have to see a double blank out here.
Yep.
Because it does still have that calculate available, and it's going to keep them alive.
That's right. Juke is useless there when they have those green tokens.
Mm-hmm. Dion, that's a note. People are commenting you might need to resize your dice box here.
Are we losing? Oh, I see. We are losing some.
Yeah, we gotta zoom out a little bit. It does seem a little blurry, like you're very close to these dice.
What's a missed trigger for marksmanship that may have done a double?
Oh, good
really?
point.
I'm looking at those cards. It wasn't a double, but it would have been cool.
Oh, you looked at them?
I can look at them, yeah.
Took a little peek.
Little peek. Not supposed to, but it's fine. It was not a direct. No extra damage. No few leaks. Nothing like that. Looks like we got 1 crit, 1 evade there.
All right. Well, this bombardment drone angry. Beep boop beep boop. I shoot you back, Volscaris. Range 1. 3 dice, and just got 1 there. Had no mods.
Yep.
Volt should be able to shake that. There it is.
Easy. That was blinded as well, so not going to modify anything. We'll receive an ion token, but we could wait till the end of the round. Separatist, though. First Vulture. Single crit.
And on the defense, we got enough. Safe. Will these defenders get away with it?
I mean, Vader rolled like 7 blank in the opening round, so I think he is due for some evades here. All right, spins the single calculate there for a hit. Single evade, double evades. There they come. They're coming flowing now. So this is what I was actually talking about, where these 2 dice calculated modified attacks might not be enough to pierce through the tyranny of 3 agility.
The tyranny.
This one is range 3, and Vault still has an evade. So I think he's coming away clean here. Yeah, just the Discord missile is going to catch him.
Not bad.
Oh wait, did they shoot Vizier? They still got another shot.
One more.
Palp's still up too, I'm pretty sure. No, Palp got used on offense. That's right. So Grievous with 3 dice with Solus 1 reroll, or 3 dice 2 calculating Vulture. Just gonna go into Grievous here. It's your better chance to do damage. Single crit though, should be no problem.
Shake it off. You got the reroll. Yeah, easy. Natties.
They're double checking something.
Are we good?
I think you might have just been doing a little subtle, what do I say, maneuver check, if you will. You can, depending on how far away your opponent is, you can kind of gauge what maneuver would not bump. If that makes sense. So he's kind of checking, like, can I do a 3 forward? I think he double checked it there to see that he probably can't do a 3 forward, only a 1 or 2. Yep, we do see the ion go down on bombardment drone. 2 dice 2 calculating Vulture. Just gonna go into Grievous here. It's your better chance to do damage. All right, well, this one is range 3, and Vault still has an evade. So I think he's coming away clean here. Yeah, just the Discord missile is going to catch him. Unfortunately, not going to get any proxy drops this round. And I have to imagine Volt's going to set up for that 4K.
Oh yeah, it's a must.
I mean, why not? I mean, even if the yellow 2 forward barrel rolls and blocks your 4K, cool. No one else is shooting at you.
I think this is your opportunity as well, depending on where the drones end up compared to Vizier. You might lean into Palpatine for the offensive modifiers and see if you can barrel roll off of that buzz droid.
Oh, true. Yeah, if no one blocks you, yeah, just get away from it. Yeah, so Volt, I think got away pretty good there. Only taking the 1 shield.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's the one thing Vader hates is 1 health ships.
Yeah, because he's over-hitting a lot of times.
Most of the time, yeah, unless he's... he does still have the lock on blue, so might be able to cluster missile him. We'll see what Drew thinks. This might be the turn to 1 bank your Vader. 1 bank, take the evade action. Hard to say though. I'm interested to know when. So he tried to trap one of these defenders, but without the proxy mine threats, how long do you try to do these shenanigans before you switch over to Vizier and just scoop up those 4 points potentially? Because I'm mostly thinking about like Grievous right now. I mean, you could just hard 1 and maybe barrel roll,
right,
and try to shoot Vizier. I guess you could also hard 2 and try to catch that 4K from Volt.
I don't know. It's a weird spot to be in.
Do the hard 3 to get outmaneuver.
Hard 3 is red though.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'd rather hard 2 barrel roll, if anything, at that point.
That's trash.
It is red. Oh. It is red. That's why we never see them do it.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I would do. I would just hard 2 and catch Volt coming around the bend instead of trying to sloop and get caught out by Vader or something. Though at this point, you could use Grievous as a way to draw fire, you know, so they're not taking out the weaker vultures.
I like that.
I don't think Drew's gonna be persuaded that easily, though.
Like, how bad do you want it, though, Will? How bad do you want it?
That's gonna be a tough call. I mean, so far though, the Empire is up a point from taking the center objective this round, but it's about to be. Sorry, I said that wrong. The Separatists are up 1 point for taking the center objective, but they're about to lose that blue bomber, I have to assume, which will put them down then 2. So I do like the center objective taking if the Imperials can find any way to get the objective advantage here. I don't think anybody can take it this round, unfortunately.
Just a quick update, something I'm getting done in the background because people were asking about it. Our t-shirts are officially back up on the shop, so if you have a code already, you can go ahead and snag that. And for a limited time, we have put back up our Squadron t-shirts. If you were looking for those, the time is nigh. There is a two more of them that need to be put up. We're gonna have the Pursuit Squadron as well as the Resist Squadron up here, probably by the end of the day. But we got some cool stuff up there, including, we had talked about, teased it a little bit, that Death Pizza t-shirt as well. I want to make sure people have all those choices for their prizes that they've won, or if you just want to scoop up, here's some Gold Squadron swag.
That's right. Every round we're giving away that t-shirt, brought to you by our Grand Admiral Patreons. If you want to support us outside of Twitch, check out the link in our chat for the Patreon. Get biannual rewards. I believe we switched over to an every 6-month shipping schedule.
That's right. But the package is double the size is basically how it's like, listen, I want to make sure people get the same amount of stuff. So we're saving on shipping because it turns out it literally costs the same thing to ship double sets of prizes as it does once, you know, so we're just kind of consolidating those costs. Ooh, James, you okay?
Sorry.
He missed the mute button. He missed it.
I thought I missed it. I'm sorry.
No worries, man. No worries. Yeah, so you said, I think I just saw the tease of Resistance Squadron. What is their actual name?
I couldn't come up with I was coming up with a fancy name, trying to look for a fancy name. I just right now have just like Resist Squadron. Maybe we can come up with one right now. You got any ideas?
I mean, Heroic seems
Heroic Squadron
on the nose.
I think that's it. I don't know how I missed that. That's so obvious.
It seems, you know, an iconic connection for the Resistance.
All right, Heroic Squadron it is. Done. Look at that. Easy.
There we go. Yeah, 2 A-Wings now be in there. Is what I saw. What, an X-Wing, 2 A-Wings, a Y-Wing, and a Fireball?
Yep.
Nice. Love to see it. Ooh, looks like Red bumped there.
Oh, no.
But did not take any damage.
So not being punished there.
Well, not until Vizier has something to say about it.
True.
All right, so Octacon here choosing his activation order very particularly here. He does have all I3s for his drones, so helps getting them into the best position possible. Which is, of course, the pizza position. Looking for those drops, looking for those launches. I think we see Brown here trying to set one up on Darth Vader.
Oh, tight turn there. It made it, though.
Okay. Chooses not to do the bank, just goes straight. Unfortunately, has no focus action to take.
And this is going to be just a 2 straight. Slap down some calculates.
Yeah, I could be lining up blue for a proxy mine drop on the 4K. Ooh, yeah, we have the
spicy.
blocker out there. Yeah. If yellow can get the block and Darth Vader doesn't get Archon blue, we could see the proxy mine drop.
Oh, they're stacking that box.
Tight flying here. I mean, do you barrel roll with the hyena here to try to go for the double proxy drop?
Oh,
I think you have to. I think you have
do.
to. I think you have to block the
there it
hard
is.
3.
Will. Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah.
Go back. You got to go all the way back,
Yeah,
though.
go all the way back. Yeah, because you're blocking the 3 bank and potentially the hard 3 escape routes as well now.
Uh-huh.
Though the hard 3 might keep him blocked in front of the green vulture, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how cautious Drew was flying these defenders.
This is a perfect example of how the numbers game can, if you know how to position these ships and take advantage of those numbers. Oh, the 3 hard gets past.
Ooh,
Oh,
no problem. Okay.
well, you still got the proximity mine out the back, right? Like
Yes.
that is still a problem.
I didn't see what action Grievous took. I don't see what he did. Oh, he was jammed. That's what. Vizier jammed him. That's why. Okay. I was like, he removed a token? All right, so the buzz droids will follow.
If he boosts here, he may avoid the proxy.
Like a bank boost towards Grievous.
Yeah,
it would put
Grievous, yeah.
That would also put the buzz droids on the back.
On the back,
right?
Yeah.
Right.
So if he knows that trick, like if you can't fit in the front, it's got to go to the back. So.
Oh yeah. Drew used to fly a lot of HMPs with buzz droids, so I'm sure he's very familiar. Ooh, it's gonna stay there though. Yeah, I would have liked to see the boost to then shoot the vulture, in my opinion.
Oh, and Vader very nicely slots in where Volt just was with the 3 bank.
Nice.
That is a good trick for, like, if you're flying double aces, is the one place that you cannot be blocked is the place that your friend just left.
Yep.
So.
Smart.
Ooh, it's still warm. Very nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, he does not have Archon Blue, so Blue will survive the round. But isn't in any danger of Discords or proxies at this point. I think he's just debating whether he's moving his lock over here. Could see a nice double cluster fired off against green and pink.
Is there? You might end up going pink and yellow just because. You know the I guess maybe you want to burn that calculate.
Yellow's not even shooting at you, so
True that.
I'd give up on him. I think you got to do it. Yeah, he's moving the lock. I mean, that's the advantage of cluster missiles because you can trigger juke, you can trigger malice on both attacks. The only thing is that you lose out on a 4 dice attack. I mean, but you gain, 2 extra dice when you shoot the second cluster. All right, is he spending those charges or is he going for the 4 dice primary?
He's got got 4 in the pocket. He just wants to erase the ship.
Yeah, I think he's just going to try to get one shot at here. I mean, he gets 4 results and that Vulture rolls a blank, right? Like, Vulture just dies.
Oh, yep.
So, I mean, Invader with a target lock and full force should have no problem getting 4 hits, So then it's up to the Vulture to roll the blank. Nope. No, he's double checking the math. He doesn't like those numbers, and he's going for the cluster missile.
Cluster missiles are range 1 to 2 attack. First roll here. Didn't get any hits. We just got 2 focuses on a blank.
Yeah, you just reroll all of that.
Yep.
Take a book out of Han Solo's
He
playbook.
did. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, so he spends his ability and malice to get hit crit. Vulture is going to get juked and then had to spend one of his 2 calculates. And still eat a crit. Well, that gamble did not work out for Vader.
What was a crit? Is it a good
pilot?
one? Pilot. Ship. Damage engine.
Ooh, that does feel bad on these independent calculating vultures because they just lost their blue hard 2. Now they can only clear stress by going straight. Yikes.
The bonus attack doesn't do much more here. 2 blanks and a focus.
Yeah, I mean, you could spend Palp and your last force point. Who's going to save the Palp for defense?
That is an
Juke
evade.
the evade. And this guy barrel rolled, so no calculates for him. Just can eat the crit on pink.
And has another
Did activate the malice.
pilot crit opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Ooh, there it is. Wounded pilot.
And recovers 2 force there.
Yeah, let me read out loud the malice ability because it says, while you perform an attack, you may spend 1 force to change an eyeball or hit to a crit result. If you do, after you perform that attack, if the defender is dealt 1 or more pilot damage cards, recover 2 force. So I actually had not known that you have to spend the malice force to get force back.
Right.
You can't just be throwing out random crits.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're not modifying a focus result essentially, and that one's not the one that was a crit, doesn't happen.
Right. Less so on Vader, Defender, and more so on like X1 Vader with Malice.
Yes.
Where you get that extra crit generation. You have to still spend the Force to Malice to get the Force back. You could get all your Force back, though, if you get multiple crits in.
Grievous just got dealt 3 hits, punched in the face by Volt Scarus. Somebody's out here doing damage. 2 shields and a card.
There you go. There's that kind of drawing the fire I was talking about. That shot could have gone into a Vulture potentially, but kept Volt Scarus back. Hey, 3 natural hits coming from Grievous. Return fire here. One evade, 1 eyeball, 1 blank. So it could drop both tokens. Yep, and saves the Palp for Vizier's offense, or potentially another defensive role here if there's any shots on him.
He spent Palp on the attack from Volt.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Very, very aggressive, but worked out.
Ooh, 2 natural evades from Vizier there. I just did realize that the initiative, the Vultures do have a chance to initiative kill Vizier if it comes down to it. He is only at 2 versus their 3. I don't know how many more of these Vultures have attacks, though. I think it's just the range 1. Oh, there's 2 range 1s. This one's going into Vader. You see that other calculate being spent. And what's Vader get here? 3 evades by spending the evade token. Man, though, that full throttle ability, pretty good. So this must be the last attack then, range 1 into Vizier from Red Vulture.
Yep, double focus. Or double blanks, man. That's...
Did he just brick that shot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure did. Rolled one eye. Not great. Not a great round of red dice for Akhter here. I mean, I don't see why Vizier wouldn't just take the 4 dice attack on the Vulture. Yep. It's your best chance mathematically to do damage. Finds himself a damage, then one slips through onto red. And I think we're calculating into round points then.
Mm-hmm. So with that, we are closing out round 4, right? And this should be plus 1.
The Empire will get 1, and the Separatist will get 2. Yeah, the Empire unable to score any points there from either the Blue Bomber or any of these Vultures. Akhter doing a great job cycling out this swarm, preventing any of these ships from really getting good focus fire against a single droid. And we should have seen the other shield go down from the Buzz droid. Oh, man. But without half points in this scenario, really going to have to commit to one of these defenders to score their points, though.
Where would you go? What are you thinking?
It's a tough ask either way, to be honest with you. Because the formation's broke now, right?
Right.
Your focus fire is going to be almost non-existent. You're not getting too many proxy mines. Pink has the proxy mine, so Volt is going to be able to, what do I want to say? Lose some shields. But he's in a great 4K lane, though, right? Right between those two obstacles. So if you're just willing to eat the proxy mine, eat the Buzz droid, you know, just 4K, get in behind Grievous, help Vader with some of these Vultures. Maybe. Because I don't see how you could get ships over to him, even if he is eating that Buzz droid for a couple rounds.
You got.
If the 4K might allow you to barrel roll as well.
Right.
So if the proxy mine hurts you real bad.
You have an out.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to barrel roll left. But hey, if the proxy mine only, you know, does the 1 damage, and then you could plan for the Buzz droid eating your last shield, you could even take your action as the scenario action to steal the middle. So I think I would take the risk on the 4K here. I don't know what else you could do. I mean, I guess you could go up the field towards Vizier and chase down the Red Vulture, but I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot of effort to score 2 points off of a Vulture, you know? I think Drew might be looking for some more guaranteed points.
Guarantees? There are no guarantees, Will.
Yeah, I mean, we're on 4K watch, of course, and I feel like Vader's has the option of 4K as well. I don't think anybody can block it. Maybe Pink turn hard twos away to try to open up the drop game on Vader. That could block it, maybe. That'd be close.
How are we doing on Okay, so we still have 2 cluster missile charges on Vader, and Volt hasn't had an opportunity to shoot him off yet.
Yeah.
We got to get those for Drew. He's got to get those going.
I mean, he actually did have a good opportunity to shoot them, but he wanted to push through damage on blue.
Yeah. He went with the 4-dice primary instead of the clusters. All right, we got Samesies here going for the reroll for the initiative, which I don't think there's any overlap, is there? Nope. 2, 5, 6 versus 3, 4.
It's
they got the sames again.
Ceremonial.
Okay. I mean, you do it just for counting rounds at this point.
Mm-hmm. Round 5.
There might be some start of engagement trigger or something. I don't think that the Empire has any effects like that. It looks like it's all move and shoot.
Mm-hmm. All right, and here we go. La Bomba.
All right. And Proxy Mine should
clip there.
No, I don't think it does. Nope.
Not yet. Oh, no. Grievous.
Oh, boy, Grievous. Oh, man, his 2 bank might squeeze that gap.
I'm gonna go to the table cam here real quick. Just
It's so close.
Oh, my gosh. That is... Welp. Okay.
Drew called it right. Let's see if Akhter had a contingency plan or not for this. I think a 2-bank, we would obviously just run right into Volt, but it might avoid that proxy burn.
What if he did something what if he tried to sloop with Grievous or something like that?
I don't know if you. That's risky, especially after taking all that damage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll find out. Vizier's gonna decline the red focus from the bump.
Makes sense. Those Reapers do not like stress.
No, you love your ailerons too much. Here we go, though. Here's some objective play from green.
That's a 3-0 board. Look at that. 3 red objectives.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's the one with the damage engine, too, so... Oh, but he blocks Brown.
He's going to have to
roll a die. Brown's still healthy for the time being.
Safe. No damage.
All right, and we have a blind blue here about to move. I have to assume Talon Roll or Hard 2. What else are you doing here? What is the Bomber's K turn? Is it a 2K?
2K?
The 2, yeah.
Yeah, because the Vultures have the 1K.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the 2K and the 2 Talon. And the Vulture is the 1K 2 Talon.
Interesting. Okay. Such weird dials. I mean, I like it. I like that it's like different. You know what I mean? Has a real unique flavor to it, but it's jarring to say the least. Though I mean, hyenas have both hard 1, and then you could barrel roll into a lock, or you could hard 3 and barrel roll the opposite way and still grab a lock. Like that's a lot of range for a simple hyena, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of ships who just straight up can't hard 1 or hard 3.
So a little 4K blocker making that turn and barrel rolling, trying to get back into the fight. Should be able to do that pretty easily with a hard turn.
Yeah, it's going to go all the way backwards here to try to prevent that 4K. Not sure if it's lined up or not. We'll have to find out. Would be beautiful, though, to keep Vader out of the fight for a round.
I need to see what Grievous is doing. That's what I want to do. I don't really care about all these droids. Grievous.
We're waiting. Yeah, that's going to be either heartbreaking or very exciting, you know? Vulture grabs the tiniest little corner of that asteroid, opens up those struts. There it is. It was the 2 bank. Okay.
And Grievous ends up being clear of that death pizza. Turns out it was not returned to the store.
Yeah.
There it is. So, takes the damage. Special delivery. Takes 1 damage. Has to roll 2.
Yeah, we could see. I mean, crits are active on these proxy mines too.
All right, that one takes 1 hit. 1 additional hit. Had a little pepperoni on that one.
We'll move the Buzz Droid with him as well. So you're going to place that in the front. Then Volt's going to have to decide on if he wants to barrel roll off of it or not. It is shields down now. So we'll be taking those crits to the hull. I mean, I'm barrel rolling off of it if it was my choice.
So what was? Let's see. They had a question. It says, yeah, you choose.
I think they have He's asking if you can go front or back. I thought it might have been about the proxy mine. Of what happens first is, does the proxy mine detonate or do you move the vulture? And to me, I believe we had a question about this during the week on watching Hexiled, that mines are actually part of the execute maneuver step. Be like a game effect, just like an obstacle.
Oh, okay.
And then you would do so you would do your maneuver, you do obstacles and mines, and then you would do your check for stress or whatever step. I guess that would be during the maneuver. Anyways, maneuver, check for stress, obstacles, and then after maneuver effects, which is where that Discord would come in. So either way, the Discord can be put down, but Volt's just gonna barrel off of it anyways.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with this.
Nah, I'm good, fam.
I don't need this in my life anymore.
All right, and Vader does get the block there, flying away from all those proxy mines from the hyenas. But guess what? Red has a little surprise for Volt.
Oh, there is another. Hello.
There was another. Volt's like, I thought I shook these things.
I can't shake them.
Do a barrel roll.
I mean, that would solve it.
It's like I'm already barrel rolled. I can't barrel roll anymore.
All right, Vader will either have that range 0 onto Grievous or the range 2 to the drone. Gonna go ahead and take it on Grievous, who's lost the shields already.
Yeah, it has some good focus fire here from all 3 Imperial ships.
Oh man, I feel like Drew's red die has been a little on the cold side this round.
Yeah, we normally talk up Vader as like a max hits kind of ship, and has really been underperforming. Multiple blankouts here, at least 3. The original one, that one, and one of the cluster missiles he shot as well.
We have a range 2 shot, right? Volt's maybe debating.
Yeah, I mean
a different target.
I mean, you have Juke and active on the General Grievous. But you got like no offensive modifier, right? Maybe Palp.
Do you go into the Buzz Droid? Maybe that's might be the question.
I think he's debating it. You can't juke it, though. It's range 0. He's going to try, though. I mean, save yourself a crit.
There it is. He only rolled 1.
Ooh.
He's good. He's good.
Okay. Yeah, they only have 1 agility now. No longer are oppressors of 3 agility tyranny. So they go down pretty easy with these range 0 shots.
Thank goodness.
They were pretty much a menace for a long time. The buzz droids, very, very mean. They're pretty tame now. They're not as ultra powerful as they used to be. But it did eat. I mean, it took away a whole shot from the Empire, though.
It sure
did its job, in my opinion.
Crit, focus, blank.
This could be Vader's focus token then. Yeah, I don't think he's... No, he's not going to roll any other dice this round. Nobody else is looking at him.
Easy choice there to spend that on defense. And now we're going into Vizier. 1 hit. And 1 shield. This game has been very low scoring. I think they should be pretty close to time in the global time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't have mine pulled up, but
yeah, global just went off.
Okay, so this is last round.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, no ships were destroyed. Blue's still hanging in on to his points. Unless I'm crazy. Did we see a vulture go down? No, it still counts 6 out there.
Today was all about defense, boys.
Yeah, apparently. I think they're doing... So Drew's doing he's got a shot with Vizier here, and he's doing one last assessment of how to get points. I mean, but Akhter's going up to 8. So yeah. you have to kill Grievous here, I believe, to win.
That's it.
That's not going to happen. Not with Impervium. You can't get the directs or the fuel leaks.
You could try, though.
I mean, no, not with Impervium.
But you can try.
You're going to have to get 3 crits, so that's still not going to be enough. I think they're going over the math now, and it's not looking good for Drew. Yeah, he's going into Grievous. Going to see the Solus one evade, get re-rolled there. We're going to see those final scenario points go down. All 3 for the Separatist here. And I think then Khan takes round 2 of the Korriban Galactic Qualifier.
Spicy.
Yeah, well, Vader's... the chat is talking about like that the Empire didn't kill a single ship must be a first. And yeah, Vader's really cold greens or really cold reds, not doing him any favors. And a couple of those he had like full force and a target lock too, and still only got like 3.
Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.